It is a sad day today. Well, it was actually a sad day about 4 days ago. Ran out of hot sauce. The like 3/4 gallon that I made is completely gone. Gave away 2 bottles, but the rest just went right down Haley and I's throats. So I was in a little bit of a predicament. I wasn't sure if I should make that same sauce again or try to do something different. And the reason that I would make that same sauce is because not only was it the best sauce that I've ever made, it was probably the top 3 best hot sauces that I've ever had. Really proud of myself for that one. I didn't write down the recipe, but I'm thankful I at least filmed it so I can go back on it. But saying that, I might make it next time, but this time I'm going to make a brand new one. And Alright, so last time I started a fire in the fire pit on the inside. This time I'm using the grill. Just like last time I'm using shishito peppers, but this time I'm going to add grilled tomato and grilled poblano peppers. Alright, so while the peppers are finishing out there, I'm going to chop up 1 onion and just cook it on the stove for about an hour, just slow and low. I meant to get a ball of garlic, forgot, and don't want to run to the store right now, so we have pre-chopped garlic, and I'm going to take like 2 tablespoons, maybe 3, and put them in some foil and just cook that the same in the stove, slow and low. Okay, so for this sauce, this is what is going to be used. Ghost chilies, arbol chilies, black and red chipotles, Trinidad scorpion chilies, crushed Aleppo. These smell really good. It says ground ají amarillo, hot oriental yellow mustard, ground green New Mexican chilies. Yeah. Okay, so this is the garlic. I would say this is about 3.5 tablespoons. We get a little bit of olive oil in there. Alright, stick it in the oven. Alright, here's the roasted chilies. It looks great. Whew, hot. Got a lot of char on everything, which is great. Sometimes it's common to, after you roast your chilies, to throw them in a plastic bag, and then they kind of like shed their skin. I want the skin. I want that, you know, the burnt, charred taste to add to the whole mix. Oh yeah, I also forgot to add, as far as peppers go, here's 20 habaneros. So here's all the shishitos and the poblano. Most of them are roasted perfectly. Oh, forgot to remove the stem on that one. Some of them, here, listen, have turned to charcoal or close to charcoal. I'm going to just leave that. If I like screwed up every single one of them, that might be too much, but as is, I think it's going to add a really nice flavor. Alright, getting some water boiling, and I'm going to rehydrate all of the dry peppers. Well, not all of them, but however many I choose from each. 6 Trinidads. Doing 11 Morito Chipotles. These taste so awesome. They're like barbecue beef jerky chocolate, but not in a gross way. 12 Ghost chilies. Needed to quickly roast some arbol chilies before I rehydrate all of them. Ouch. I got water just about 180 degrees, so it's not boiling and won't scald these guys. Alright, you got that spoon, and you got this other weird looking spoon. Alright, the onions are pretty much a mush. They are caramelized as can be. Alright, so now I'm going to add this pepper mixture here, which is the poblanos and the shishitos. Alright, so with the 20 habaneros, I'm going to go ahead and clean them right now, and then add, I'll put 10 of them into this pot as well to cook down, and the other 10 will just go straight into the blender, so they have more of that, you got the cooked habanero taste and the fresh habanero taste. Another ingredient that I did not use in the last one is an apple. This is a Jazz apple, and I'm going to put it in the oven and roast it for a little bit. Just kind of add some sweetness to everything. Cut off a piece to try. That's a good dang apple. I just pulled out the garlic and checked it. It's not ready to go yet. Put it in for another 20 minutes. Probably by the time the garlic is done, the apples will be done. I'll raise it up a little bit. Put roughly 225. It's starting to get kind of coffee in here with all the peppers floating around. So I got the habaneros, the roasted tomato, and I'm going to blend this for a while so it will blend up all of the rehydrated peppers. I drained out most of the liquid, but I wanted to leave a little bit of still in there. It smells good, but it's kind of hard to breathe too. Alright, it's looking pretty good, but it's starting to thicken up enough, so I'm adding a little bit of vinegar to it. Put this back over it just in case it decides to fling everywhere. You know what's kind of been a pain about this filming thing? It's pretty hot out, and I've been keeping this fan on when I'm not recording, so every time I press record, I come over here, turn it off, let the room get hot again, and then I'm like, peppers are tasty, and then I press stop, and then Anyway, here's the next step. So, the garlic hasn't changed color a whole lot, but the smell is definitely sweeter and just has a little bit of that roasted taste. So I'm going to call it done. This is hard to breathe. Last time I tried this with a chip and it hurt my stomach. I'm going to do it again. Alright, so pretty much just chilies and a tomato. Tastes awesome. It's hot. Okay, now I got the other chili mixture with onions and garlic in here. Alright, the Jazz apple has been in there for quite a while. Actually started to smell a little bit of burning. I don't know if it was the apple or what, but I figured it was time to take it out. Yeah, this didn't burn at all. It's just nice and soft. Now I'm a little bit nervous about using this Jazz apple here. I don't want too much sweetness, I don't want too much of the apple flavor, but just enough. So I think I'm just going to add 3 of those pieces, and if then if it tastes like it might need a little bit more sweetness or a little bit more of this or that, and then I can add it. Okay. So we got 1/4 of an apple, 1/2 of an apple, 3/4 of an apple. Now this is the crushed Aleppo chilies. 2 tablespoons or whatever, 2 spoonfuls. And this is the ground green New Mexican chilies. Alright, 1 heaping spoonful. We'll just stick to 2 of those right now as well. Alright, so this one right here is one of my favorites. This is the ají amarillo. Alright, I'm gonna give, that's a big spoonful. 1, 2, 3. 3 heaping spoonfuls. In this mustard, I want to be careful with it, so I am only doing We'll say 1 teaspoon to start. Alright, now I'm going to add salt and pepper and blend it up. I'm going to put that other apple in there. No more mustard though. It's really good. This could be a sauce by itself. If you were to take this and then add it to some sort of like melted cheese dip, people would devour it in seconds. Just tooting my own horn here a little bit. I'm going to add 1 more spoonful of the ground ají amarillo and 1 more spoonful of the crushed Aleppo chilies. Need to make sure to say it on camera because I'm not writing this down and I need to be able to reproduce it later. 1 more of those, 1 more of those. Alright, I'm going to add a little bit more salt. If by chance you are making this at home, I'm not saying the quantity of salt, water, and vinegar to use. It's kind of a texture or consistency and taste, so I'm just using salt until it tastes right. And you do have to use a lot more salt than you think for a hot sauce, especially a big batch like this. And you're going to dilute it with water and vinegar, about 50-50 water and vinegar. This is definitely more sauce than I made last time. This is going to turn out to be 1 gallon of sauce. It is very important to use enough vinegar in these, because if you don't, then your sauce is going to go bad. Vinegar is a preservative, and it will keep it from It is a lot closer to the last one than I wanted it to be. That's not necessarily a bad thing. It is really good. Well, let it sit and kind of marry all the flavors together, and I think I'm going to be happy with this one. So I text my brother at 9:41 to let him know that I was making a hot sauce. And at that point I had already been working on it for about a half an hour, and it is now exactly midnight. So that took just under 3 hours to make. 3 hours and about $40 to make a gallon of hot sauce. Oh yeah, heat scale, as of right now, it's going to change tomorrow, but as of right now, I would say it's a 6.5 out of 10. 10 being just unbearably hot. I went to the outlet earlier today and brought home, I think, like 2 bags of stuff. What I should be doing tonight is cleaning them and getting them ready to take pictures, but what I am going to do is work on another 100 stories. And as of right now, I am working on number 55. I don't know what number this is going to appear on, but I am kind of far behind, but slowly catching up. Alright.